So one of the things that we have control over is our breath. And that is actually a very powerful tool in rest and digest, or in relaxation and trying to downshift, right? And help the body kind of move some of that nervous energy that we feel. And specifically, right, if you can control the length of your inhale and exhale, you can actually change your heart rate. And and this is like very specific, if you exhale longer than you inhale, you can actually tell your heart rate to slow down. And it's through the exhale, the expelling of carbon dioxide, that you can tell your heart, hey, don't worry, this is cool, we're fine. The threat that you've perceived is not a threat. And you can take it down a notch. And in doing that, in signaling to the heart to slow its pace, it's then going to trigger all of the rest of that parasympathetic nervous system to like allow you to digest food again and allow you to get sleepy again, right? And so having control of the breath is like such an important first place to be able to help bring some calm into the workspace. So if you have ever had any sort of anxiety, right, or you feel like a rush of adrenaline or tingly arms, right, any of those symptoms, right, it's maybe a good opportunity to take literally a minute and try and breathe. And I suggest that we do that now. So before we actually start breathing, I suggest sitting up and sitting forward. So not slouching and leaning, right, but just, if your feet are not on the ground, maybe bring the feet to the floor, right? Let the shoulders relax a little here. And now let's not even start to change our breath. Just breathe in and out of the nose and notice. So noticing an inhale and the exhale. Noticing if there's a rise and fall of the chest. Is it coming into the side ribs? Is it coming into the belly? Just establish your baseline, right? Get a sense. So now start to increase your inhale to a 3. A 3 count, I should say. And then exhale for 4. So inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that a few times. So inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4. If you want to close the eyes, can't hurt. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Keep on going. Let's take another couple of breaths, right? Just nice and slow. Inhaling for 3, exhaling for 4. And if you do that 5 times, that's 30 seconds. If you do that 10 times, that's 70 seconds. That's a minute. And we're almost there. So let's keep on going for another 3 breaths. In, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. Last one. In, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, 4. A minute of breathing in and out of the nose. Now, you may have suddenly in the course of that minute, maybe your heart actually started to increase. That might be because we're not used to taking 3-second inhales, nice deep breaths of air, right? And so sometimes it may take 2 minutes, but taking a minute or 2, doing 10 breaths, in for 3, out for 4, is the first great step at helping just regulate the heart rate and also signal to the body that it's gonna be okay. Because for the most part, right now, in this day and age, right, like this minute's probably okay. Next minute, maybe not. Next hour, tomorrow, who knows? But like right now, right, for the most of us, for the most part, like things are gonna be okay, and taking that minute can help just bring it back and again, lower the heart rate. So we're gonna hold on to that, we're gonna keep on going. Let's talk about working in the American workforce. It's changed a lot in the last 3 months. For the most part now, we're sitting at home. We may not have the fancy $700 desk chair anymore. We might be working on not the best setup. It might be on a laptop. It might be on the couch. And there's a lot of commonalities with laptop work that we see. Rolling into the shoulders, leaning forward, typing like this, maybe like you're here, or maybe you're lounging like this and the laptop is here, right? So there's so much closing happening across the chest, right? We're getting really tight in here. And then I don't know about you, I am glued to my phone all the time. And for me, my phone, I hold in my left hand and I look down all the time, and I am constantly hyperextending the back of my neck, and it's manifesting by having like a deep shoulder pain, because the muscles that start at the top of the skull plug in to the back of the shoulder blade. And so when you spend too much time looking down either way, right, we're like hyperextending there. And we're really not like lifting the chin and stretching this space between kind of the chin and the collarbones anymore, right? So that's all bad. It's all bad. It's bad for the shoulders, right? It's bad for the chest. It's bad for the shoulder blades. So I thought that let's learn some neck stretches. Easy stuff you can do seated at your desk, right? So again, sit a little forward so you're not leaning against the back of the chair. So like just bring the spine to be straight. Hands can come onto the legs, and let's just try and do some neck stretches to start. So right ear towards the right shoulder. Let's now visualize sending the breath to the left side neck. Take an inhale here for 3. On the exhale, can you lower that right ear a little bit more towards the right shoulder? Take another in-breath here. Stay here for the exhale. All right, so now bring the right hand and rest it on the crown of the head. So no need to pull, but just having extra weight here can help bring a little bit of stretch to that. And then if you want to go even deeper, you can float the left arm out to the left. Really get that stretch all the way down the shoulder. So take an inhale here for 3. And on the exhale, can you kind of peel that side open a little bit more? Nice. Take one more inhale here. On the exhale, release the hand from the head, roll the head down to center, roll the head to the other side, and let's set up on the other side. Hands come back to the legs to start. So left ear towards left shoulder. So take an inhale here for 3. And then exhale, can you lower that left ear a little bit more? So inhale here again, kind of visualize the breath filling the right side of the neck. And on the exhale, let that left ear rest a little more. And then take the left hand, rest it on the crown of the head. So again, no need to pull, but just having some extra weight can help gravity work its magic. And then if you want, you can even float that right arm out to the right a little. Get that stretch all the way into that shoulder. So take an inhale here for 3. On the exhale, can you kind of peel that right side neck open a tad more? One more inhale here. And on the exhale, release the hand from the head, roll the head down to center, and then roll the head up through center. All right, so a really easy stretch in the neck, getting both sides. Do it as often as you want. My hope today is that you're gonna have some actionable things that you can carry with you for the rest of your life, or more importantly, like until next session, and then we'll have a refresh. So that was one of them, right? Dropping the shoulder, the ear to the shoulder. Let's do some shoulder rolls. So to do shoulder rolls, bring the hands out in front of you like you're holding a platter, right? And that's gonna make it a little bit easier to control the shoulders. And then inhale, bring the shoulders up to the ears, roll the shoulders back, and then exhale, roll the shoulders back and down like you're trying to grab something between the shoulder blades. Let's do that again. So reset the arms. Inhale, shoulders up, roll the shoulders back, and then exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. All right, one more time, reset the arms. Inhale, shoulders up, roll the shoulders back, exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Nice. Shoulder rolls feel so good. It's so good to stretch across the front of the chest and drop the shoulders down the back, right? So that is such a great action. You can do it all the time. Another great opportunity to stretch the front of the body is if you're in the shower, look up at the shower head, stretch here, right? Or if you ever have an opportunity to lie on your stomach and read a book in front of you, right? Give yourself an opportunity to stretch by looking up, or if you're on your belly, looking forward. It can really help broaden across the chest. It can feel really good. All right, so swivel chairs, amazing piece of technology. Everyone loves the swivel chair. It's on wheels. You don't have to turn around to look behind you. You can have a machine do that for you, right? So it's great for convenience, but one of the problems with the swivel chair is that it is weakening our ability to twist, right? And so all of the muscles in the back, also, I don't know if you guys have cars, but if you have a backup camera, right, there's no longer looking over your shoulder to see who's behind you. I suggest that you check your, blind spots. But again, we also now have blind spot sensors on our, on our side window mirrors, right? So like we're not twisting anymore. And the problem without twisting is that the muscles down the mid back are the muscles that keep our core like tight and strong. It also are the muscles that like help us stand up. So the classic example is that people don't twist anymore, but then when they go to do something, let's say start the lawnmower, swing a golf club, right? Or they just try and pick up something, or they trip and they grab onto the handle of a staircase, right? And suddenly you twist. Without that strength in that mid back of the body, right, we're prone to injury. So there's a great twist you can do to strengthen the back, right? So let's do the twist together now. Bring the right hand to the left knee and sit a little forward in your chair, and then bring the left hand on the seat, kind of just behind you a little bit. So chest forward to start, face forward. Inhale, lift the spine, and on the exhale, twist any amount to the left. And now pause the torso, freeze the torso, and notice, did you just turn from the neck? Right, we really like twisting from the neck, but keep the torso where it is and bring the head back to center on the chest. Right, so we're gonna try and twist from the core, from the midsection of the body. So let's do that again. So inhale, lift the spine. Exhale, twist any amount, half an inch, doesn't have to be a lot, but from the core, from that midsection. Let's do that one more time. Inhale for 3, lift the spine. Exhale for 3, twist any amount. So now look over the back shoulder for the neck stretch. We're gonna stay here for a round of breath. And we're staying here because it's a little challenging, right, to breathe into the back body, to get nice deep breath in a twist, but it's really good for building lung capacity. So take another inhale here for 3, and then exhale, unwind all the way back to center. And let's do that again on the other side. So left hand to right knee, right hand just behind you on the seat, face forward to start, chest forward. Take an inhale, lift the spine, grow tall. On the exhale, twist any amount to the right. And then freeze the torso. Notice, did that twist come from the neck? Can you reset the head to be centered on the heart? And let's do that again. So inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Any amount, but from the core. It's gonna be a smaller move, that's okay. One more time. Inhale for 3, lift the crown of the head. Exhale for 3, and twist. Fraction of an inch more. And now look over the back shoulder. We're gonna stay here for a round of breath. This is helping us build lung capacity. So inhale for 3, stay here for the exhale. So inhale here again, nice and deep breath. Exhale, unwind all the way back to center. All right. So if you can, once a day, once a week, once between now and 2 weeks from now, twist the spine. It's really good. It's really good to think about trying to strengthen the mid-back and be aware of how often you are using a swivel chair, the backup camera, whatever, to kind of replace these otherwise, physiological functions that we would perform. Food for thought. Okay, outer hips. I don't know, I do a ton of yoga and I still sit 18 hours a day, right? So like, sitting, I love sitting, but the problem with sitting is that it's keeping the hips in a very specific position, and we're not really giving the hips a lot of opportunity to bend and flex in their full range of motion. And so to demonstrate how tight all of our hips are, we're all going to now, you're invited to bring your right ankle to your left knee. And you may find that that knee is like way up here because this muscle that wraps around the outer hip will not facilitate you lowering that knee, right? So let's just learn how to stretch the hip in a seated stretch. So sit up tall, right? We're not against the back. And just lifting the spine probably deepen that stretch for a handful of folks, right? So if you don't yet feel that band of stretch in the band of the outer hip, you can bring the forearms to the shin. That may light up the outer hip. And then if that is not yet enough sensation for you to feel like this is a deep stretch, you can once again try and straighten the spine. And then from here, if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can start with the spine straight, tilting yourself forward any amount. Take it slow, small moves, big sensations in that outer hip here, right? So find a place where you feel like is your edge, right? No need to hyperextend, no need to overdo it, but once you get that sensation, let the neck relax, let the chin rest on the chest. That'll deepen this stretch. And then come back into that breath. Let's inhale here for 3. And exhale here for 3. Inhale here again. And exhale here. Inhale, come on up. And step the right foot down. And it's very important to be symmetrical in all of these practices. So go ahead and let's bring the left ankle to the right knee and set up on the other side. This side might be different. That's totally common. If you carry a bag on one shoulder, or if you're used to carrying a child in one arm, right? Like we don't live symmetrical lives, and so our bodies and muscles kind of develop over the years slightly differently, right? So if this knee is a lot higher or a lot lower, totally normal, totally okay, but let's kind of get into a stretch into that space again. So some options. Hands start on the shin, right? Just lift the spine, lift the crown of the head. Feel if that's starting to light up that outer hip. If you want to go a little deeper, you can bring the forearms to the shin. Keep the spine straight. Again, that should get a nice band across that outer hip. And if this kind of feels like it's not really enough yet, keep the spine straight and then tilt the torso towards the shin. And then let the neck relax, chin to chest, and come back into the breath. Inhaling through the nose for 3. And exhaling through the nose for 3. Take another inhale here. And take another exhale here. Inhale, come on up, and step the foot down. All right. So we did neck, we did shoulders, we did breath, we did hips, we did twisting. These are all such good like postures, such good stretching. So the last thing that we're gonna do today is one of my absolute all-time favorite stretches. We're doing hand openers. No one stretches the hands. The hands are super tight. I spend all day, right, we're typing and it's like all these tight motions, and we're holding a phone and it's all tight motions, right? So for example, if you just hold your hand out in front of you and relax, right? My relaxed, I'm gonna get nice and close to the camera. This is my hand relaxed. All of the fingers are tight and shut. When I open my hand, having my hand opened is muscular effort. It's a small muscular effort, right? But like this is not a resting pose. This is a resting pose. So we're gonna stretch the hands. And I think it feels great. Once again, we're gonna take it slow. We're gonna start on the right hand. So bring the right hand out in front of you and see that the wrist is lower than the elbow. And then take the left hand, hold on to the left pinky. We're gonna gently, very gently, pull that left pinky back in space and then turn the palm forward. Take an inhale here for 3. And then on the exhale, stretch wide across the right hand. So spread out the fingers. And let's go to the ring finger. So inhale, ring finger back, palm forward. Take an inhale. On the exhale, spread wide, pinky to thumb. Really stretch across the palm, middle finger. So inhale, middle finger back, palm forward. Exhale, stretch, thumb to pinky, wide across the palm. Get that, feel that stretch across the band of the hand. Pointer finger. So inhale, pointer finger back. Exhale, spread the fingers nice and wide, space between each knuckle. All right, for the thumb, so take a look up here. Pretend like you're holding a platter in the right hand, and then take the top side of the left hand to the top side of the right hand, which is the underneath side, and then hook around and grab onto the thumb. And then with the thumb, gently, very gently, pull back in space, so not down, but back towards the forearm, and point the palm forward. All right, so holding onto the thumb, we're gently pulling it back in space, palm forward, spread the fingers, take an inhale here. Exhale, spread the fingers a little bit wider. Let's take another round of breath on the thumb. Inhale here for 3, and exhale here for 3. Release the thumb, roll out the wrist, just give that a little twist in both directions, and then let's set up on the other side. So left hand forward, left hand lower than the left elbow. Grab onto the left pinky with the right hand, palm forward. If you want to close the eyes for this hand, I'll still guide you through it. Then you can kind of get the sensations a little bit deeper in the pinky back gently. Inhale here for 3. Exhale, spread wide across the palm. Ring finger. Inhale, ring finger back, palm forward. Exhale, spread wide across the palm. Middle finger. Inhale, middle finger back. Exhale, spread. Really get that stretch in the pad of the thumb, in the ball of the hand. Pointer finger. Inhale, pointer finger back. Exhale, nice and wide across the palm here. Stretch out the hand. All right, for the thumb, take a look back up here. Hold that platter in the left hand. Top side of the right hand touches the top part of the left hand. Hook on to that left thumb. And then gently pull it back in space, so not down, but back. Palm forward, take an inhale here. Exhale, spread wide across the palm. Inhale here again. And exhale here. Release the thumb, roll out the wrist. All right, so quick recap. Lizard brain, autonomic nervous system. You can control your heart rate if you slow your breathing down. You now can do neck stretches, super easy, right? You can do shoulder rolls at your desk, no problem. You can shower looking up at the ceiling for 30 seconds, not a big deal. If you're ever looking to stretch the hip, you can even work like this if you wanted to. Type on the keyboard, have one ankle on one knee, but remember symmetry. So you want to make sure if you're going to do something on one side for 10 minutes, make sure you do it on the other side for 10 minutes, right? Or 30 seconds or whatever. Hand openers, what a great exercise. So we're going to do all of those things again in 2 weeks. And my only request between now and then is that at some point over the next 2 weeks, you try inhaling for 3 and exhaling for 4 for 10 breaths in one go. Not like 10, yeah, whatever, you get it. So I'll stick around for a few more minutes. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. And then if you are looking to do yoga this weekend, between now and our next session over the next 2 weeks, I teach on Saturday and Sunday via Zoom at 11 a.m. You're always invited, and classes are free. I accept donations. I donate all of my proceeds to Black Lives Matter, and I would love for you guys to join. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks.